So we know when it comes to wholesaling, there's two sides of the business. There's acquisitions, which means acquiring the property, and then there's dispositions, which means disposing of the property or selling the property. Now, wholesale properties are usually sold to cash buyers, but nowadays everybody likes to pose as a cash buyer. So how do you really know the difference between a fake one and a real one, who's actually buying and who's not? So you basically want to know who's for real. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 questions to ask cash buyers to pretty much give yourself the highest chance of working with real cash buyers and to properly vet them without wasting your time and sending deals to people who aren't really buying. And make sure you guys stay to the end, because I'm going to give you a big tip on how you can get serious cash buyers who are willing to pay top dollar and close to retail value for your deals. What's up, you guys? My name is Lillian Chukwueze, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome to the family. I drop multiple videos every week about real estate, entrepreneurship, and investing. And all I ask is that you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I drop the next video. So the first question you want to ask a cash buyer is pretty simple. You want to ask them, what is your investing strategy? Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways to invest in real estate. The main ways are pretty much buying and holding, fixing and flipping, and wholesaling. So you definitely want to figure out what their investing strategy is, because that'll play a role into the types of deals that you send them. This will basically help you segment your buyers for when you send them deals. There's multiple ways to collaborate with each type of investor. So for example, if there's not much equity, you probably want to send that deal to a buy and hold investor. If it's a fixer-upper, then obviously you want to send that deal to the flippers. Now you can send both of those types of deals to wholesalers to basically joint venture or JV with them so they can help you get your deal sold. Now the next question you want to ask a cash buyer is, what areas do you like to buy in? You don't want to waste your time sending them deals in places that they don't buy, because they actually don't like that, and they will, get off of your list or unsubscribe to your list if you do continuously send them deals that aren't in their areas that they're looking to buy. Ask me how I know. Now the third question you want to ask your buyer is, what types of property criteria are they looking for? What types of properties are they looking for? Is it, single family, multifamily, or is it mobile homes, commercial buildings, land? Whatever it is, you got to figure out what exactly that they're looking for. So again, you can segment them and send them certain deals when you get them, because you don't want to be sending a buyer who's only looking for single family houses. You don't want to be sending them like land or multifamily houses. So definitely figure out what their criteria is when it comes to them buying. The next question you want to ask is, what price range are you looking at? Is it like 50 to 150,000? 150,000 and 300,000, or 300,000 or more? Whatever it is, you want to figure out what their price range is so you know exactly what type of deals to send them. Because again, if they're looking at the 100,000 range and you're sending them houses that are 300,000, they're probably going to unsubscribe at some point in time because you're not sending them what they're looking for. Although if your list isn't big enough, I totally understand, because I did that as well starting out. But as you start to grow your list, you definitely want to dial in the specifics of each buyer. So it just makes it a lot easier for you to blast out the property and know that who you're blasting it to, you're giving them the opportunity to invest in what they are looking for. And I actually made a video called How to Find Cash Buyers for those who don't know how to find cash buyers. There's a bunch of ways in that video of how to find legit cash buyers, so definitely check that out. I'll link the video up above and down below so you guys can check that out. The next question you want to ask a cash buyer is, what type of return are you usually looking for? What you really want to get out of that question is figuring out what is their buy formula, because the thing is, you need to figure out their formula so you know exactly what to go off of. Sometimes we hear the 70% rule, 80%, but if you have a buyer who's seriously buying and they have a specific formula, and you can get deals, using that formula, it'll be a lot easier for you to sell those deals off pretty quickly, because you're giving them exactly what they're looking for. Now, keep in mind, you still have to run a business, so investors can also be cheap. And if they're looking for unreasonable numbers, then I would say to take their formula with a grain of salt. And this is why you need to pretty much build a big buyers list, because some investors are looking to only buy like dirt cheap houses, and some investors understand that, there's a cost to your service of wholesaling them a deal. So definitely want to build your buyers list as big as possible so you can have more options when it comes to the price range of what investors are looking to pay. Now the next question you want to ask is, do you purchase properties with your own cash or do you borrow money? And this is important because you get an idea of how fast an investor can close, because if they have the cash lined up directly, It'll be a lot smoother and a lot faster than if they have to go through funding. Although some investors have a pretty good relationship with some lenders, which will also make it quick. But this question is just going to give you a gauge of, the time frame pretty much. And also, if they are looking for lending or they don't have lending, but they are looking to do deals, you can, create a relationship with hard money lenders and pretty much refer them to your buyers. So if you have a good relationship with some hard money lenders and you know that they're legit, and you connect them with your buyer, there's a higher chance of that deal actually getting closed out. The next question I would ask a cash buyer is, how fast can you normally close on deals? Again, going back to the funding, you pretty much want to just ask them up front, because we know that these wholesale deals are very time sensitive. And if they can't close within a certain window, then you have to take that into consideration, because you also have to, consider the sellers and what you promise the sellers as far as the time frame in order to get the deal done. And we all know with wholesale deals, it's typically anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. So if you know your buyer can only close in like 2 months, then that might be somebody that you go to for a deal that you have a little bit more length with or a little bit more time with. But you want to be able to basically work with buyers who are able to close in a couple weeks, because that's just the business that we're in. Now, the next question I would ask is, how many deals per month do you currently do, or how many deals are you looking to do? Now, me, I'm not against working with new real estate investors or new cash buyers, because we all start from somewhere. But again, this is just to get an idea of what their business currently looks like, or what they want it to look like. And then this also gives you an opportunity to help them get to where they want to be within their business, whether it be 1 deal a month or 5 deals a month. You can basically, since you are the supplier, you can help them get to that level. Now, the next question I would ask is, when are you looking to close on your next deal? And this basically helps you find out how serious they are, because if they're looking to close a deal in 3 to 6 months, then they're probably not the cash buyer you want to work with. Right now, you can put them on your list, but understand that you probably won't see any activity from them. But if you know somebody's eager to close a deal today, then that's the person that you're probably gonna work with, obviously right away, versus other people that are kind of taking their time and they're not as fast to pull the trigger on a good deal. And the last question you want to ask is, what other services can I help you with? You always want to be somebody that provides value. So this is another way to provide value and build a partnership, because you don't really want to be one and done with an investor typically, but you want to be able to form a relationship with them and have that turn into something that can bring other opportunities, such as they might end up being a private lender for you on a property, or they might end up going half with you on properties. But there's other ways to form relationships after you build a relationship with the cash buyer. But there's other opportunities that come with working with cash buyers once you build that relationship. It always starts with providing value, which is typically your deals. But if there's anything more that you can do to help them out along their journey, then you can start to build a really good relationship and see what it turns into. So guys, to recap, these are all basically questions just to help you vet your cash buyers. You can ask all these questions and they still might be fake, or they still might be a buyer that lags on things, but this basically just gives you the best chance to work with a serious buyer who's actually looking to close on deals. And it also depends where you find your cash buyers. Again, I made a video to how you find cash buyers. Definitely go check that out, because it'll give you a good idea of where to find really good cash buyers. Now, I know on Facebook, if you look for cash buyers, you'll get a lot, you'll get a ton, but they'll be lower quality. My favorite way to find cash buyers is just pulling tax records on PropStream. It's a very simple and easy process, and I'll actually leave my link to a PropStream free trial. I believe it's 7 days free trial for you to check it out, so you can actually start pulling cash buyers. And basically, when you go on PropStream, what you can do is pull the cash sale transactions, and not only does it literally show you that the properties that they purchased on the tax records, not only can you do that, you can also ask the questions, which again will give you just a higher chance of working with people who've actually done deals, and you get their criteria once you ask them all these questions. So now to get to the bonus. I know you guys are wondering, so who pays top dollar in cash for these properties? And the answer is hedge fund buyers or institutional buyers. Now, in the video that I mentioned before, the how to find cash buyers, I go over it briefly, and maybe I'll make a more in-depth video about it someday. But just to let you guys know, they usually pay more because they, quite frankly, can afford to. I mean, these institutional buyers are just a bunch of people that get together and go to buy property. And it's very simple. All you gotta do is get their buying criteria or their buy box, pretty much like any other investors, and then just bring them specific properties. And literally you can create a consistent stream of income when it comes to working with institutional and hedge fund buyers. Typically it's a longer process to close, but again, you make more money. So if you're willing to stick it out and work with them, I'm pretty sure you could, make a good living off of that. And it's a simple way to find them. All you got to do is Google, hedge fund buyers or institutional real estate buyers in your area, or you just look on tax records and you see the LLCs that are purchasing multiple properties in a specific area. Reach out to them or the agent and see what their buy box is and try to bring them more deals. Or another way is to simply network with people in your market who may be working with them or may have worked with them, and just get connected. That's how simple it is. So I hope that really helped you guys out. Hopefully these questions will, again, give you a higher chance of working with serious cash buyers so you're not wasting your time. If this video did help you out, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I drop the next video. I talk all about real estate entrepreneurship and investing, and also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave my links for that below. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe and stay blessed.